Hello everyone, welcome back to the SPM English Masterclass series. Today we will continue from where we left just now. This is part 2, longer narrative monologue, questions 8 until 15. Dr. Ila, thank you for organizing this workshop. Thank you SMK Hulu Klang in collaboration with Unit Bahasa Sektor Pembelajaran PPD Gombak. Thank you, Doctor. I think we have benefited much from the first session. Let's hear what else we have for session 2, Doctor.
Hi, Josh. I'm sure you had a good short break. I did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, all right. Okay, today's Sunday. Hope everyone out there is feeling fine, feeling wonderful, even though I know the Form 5 students are having stress because tomorrow they start their UVVM. Okay, so you in between the live, if you're watching, you can study your BM, whatever needs you studied at maths. Oh, Aisha is studying at maths. Okay, good, Aisha, study your at maths. But do drop by, listen, get some strategies, and then use them when you are practicing for your listening. All right, let's just continue. Okay, so just to remind everyone, I think I put the wrong one. I put speaking. That's not the one I want to show. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we will have the other part 3 at 4 o'clock, so that everyone has enough time for their lunch and then for their prayers for the Muslims before they come and join us. Okay, so part 2, you got 8 marks, right? So basically, my strategies are always the same if you have been listening to my master classes. Okay, always read instructions, always read questions, always read option, because this is longer. Okay, and it's the moment you realize that the answer for, just say you're doing, there are 8 questions, and as you are listening, you are trying to answer question 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The moment you hear something, as you are answering question 1, question 2, it will follow the flow of the monologue or the narrative. Okay, so if suddenly after 1, 2, 3, you find that you have not got the answer for number 4, but the next one is number 5, then you realize that you have missed something before number 5. That is the tip for you to know if you need to listen, where you need to listen when you miss certain parts of the question. There will never, and it shouldn't be, a good exam shouldn't be when it's listening that the flow of the question does not follow the flow of the narrative or the monologue. Okay, because it's a difficult skill, so they will make sure the question follows the flow of the listening text. So if you ever missed any answers in between, and you know that the answer would be between question 3 and question 5, where is it that you should listen to? Okay, focus on. So don't forget, you still underline keywords in the question and options, then you listen to the audio. You are given also, I think, a minute to read through the questions. Like I say, quickly read the questions and just underline the nouns and the verbs that you see, the what and the who and the when, okay, that Joshua teacher has mentioned just now. These are things that can help you focus, all right? And you have to do it quickly, okay? And then again, the same words will not be used. They will 3-sentence the words, or they will find synonyms to talk about things, and you need to be able to identify the similar words or the synonyms or whatever they use to get the answer. Then choose the best answer and listen again to check and confirm. Teacher Joshua earlier said that this part is harder because it is longer text and you don't know what you're going to listen to. So what have they been playing? Because I've never been invigilator during the listening test, and I don't know actually what type of questions what type of narratives. Do you know, Joshua?
Basically, it's like sharing experience, explaining something, Doctor. But it can be anything actually.
It can be
monologue,
anything.
dialogue.
Yeah, monologue,
Narrative.
for everyone's knowledge, monologue is one person talking. It's not a dialogue. And that's why it's called a monologue. It can be a story, like I will tell a story about something, or someone is sharing an experience about something. There will not be a dialogue because that's the format, it's the monologue. So you need to listen to like somebody saying something about an experience, about a story, about maybe an incident, okay, whatever. It can be anything, or maybe an advice that they want to give on how they do things well. Okay, so these are things that you will hear. All right. Okay. So please feel free to ask questions if you want to ask questions. Right. Let's continue. Wait, hold on. I'm lost. Okay. So the strategy you will realize is the same. It's only thing now you are listening to something longer. All right. So first you read the instruction. You will hear a teacher talking about writing a journal. Here a teacher talking, writing a journal. Something is wrong there. I missed something. Talking about writing a journal. All right. Or discuss writing a journal. Either one. For questions 8 to 15, choose the correct answer. You will hear the recording twice. Answer all questions. So you know it's about a teacher talking about how to write a journal or whatever. Okay, so I'm not going to play the whole audio. It's only part of it because we are only going to try to do 3 questions if I'm not wrong. Okay, so Nasha asked, I know sometimes the listening audio accents are really hard. I plan to clear my ears the day before. All right, Nasha, yeah, you have to clear your ears before. You also need to focus. The first time you hear an accent might throw you off or take you aback and like, what is this? But you always listen to the word say instead of focusing too much on the accent. Okay. Now, how is writing a journal different from writing a diary? These are the options. Do not need to write feelings, do not need to write every day, do not require reflection of the day. 9, you can write anything that you want in your journal because A, there are no rules, B, it involves feelings and thoughts. You know exactly what you want to write. Number 10, you can add illustrations in your journal after you write poems to make a journal more interesting when you need to express your feelings. So for those of you who have joined me just now, I would like you to just list down all the keywords that you would have underlined when you are reading. As you are reading, what would you underline? Quickly read, practice quickly reading. I know you are typing, but just list them down. And I'll show you, like I show my students, basically how I do it once you have shared with me the answers. Maybe while we are waiting for our students to share, 17. Okay, we have Aisha. Aisha is quick. How journal different? How journal different? How would you do, Joshua? Usually, how do you teach your students?
Underline the keywords, doctor. For first one, journal, different, diary. Journal, diary, different.
Okay.
Then
right.
options, you just the options, from the options A, B, C, no feelings, not every day, not reflection of the day. The most important, the keywords.
All right. So, but does your student complain? Do your students complain? Like, teacher, no time, like some of the students here have said just now.
They do, doctor, they do. But over time, I think they have gotten used to it already.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Aisha said, do not need feelings. Yes, yes. Aisha said, yes. All the answers they have given. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. What about the others? Only Aisha have said. What about Nasha? Whoever is here. There are 15 people getting less. Moment ask question, all getting less. All right. But I understand the number of people will be less today because of, I know everyone is like, because of the UBBM, I know they're all reading up stuff, all kinds of things that they are reading scared. They are very worried about, because BM can come out about any issues and they have their group discussion where any issues can be brought up. Okay. 9, write anything in journal because, okay. So I'm just going to show you all. Aisha, keep on writing. Aisha, thank you, Aisha. basically this is how good. Aisha is very good. She's just saying no rules, whatever. Good.
Yes, good.
Just keep on going. So for me, how I teach my students is this is how we read. Actually, in life, I don't read every single word. Even when I read novels, I don't read every single word. I will reread when I read and it doesn't make sense. That's when I reread. Okay, right? So what I do is like number 8, how? Okay, how? Journal, different, diary. Just that. That's how I read. So basically, I know the question without reading the whole question. I know the question is asking the difference between a journal and a diary. All right, and then A. All I notice is everything's negative. No need, no need, no need. So I'm like, okay, it's negative about you don't have to write your feelings. You don't have to write every day. You do not have to write the reflection of the day. So basically, I would just underline no need feelings, no need every day, no need reflection. All right. And then number 9, can write anything in journal. Why? Because it's the why, right? No rules, involves feelings and thoughts. Know exactly what to write. Okay. And then you have number 10, I will say add illustration after write poems, make journal more interesting, need express feelings. That's how I do. So if you realize I already done 3 of the questions with a highlighter or a pen or a pencil, I will be very fast circling this and you will be able to do it. All right, so Aisha has said B involves feelings and thoughts. Good. Can add illustration. All right, after write poems. Yes, exactly. So Aisha is getting the idea. This is what you can do. Make journal interesting. Yes, good, Aisha. All right. Everyone knows that the life is delayed about a few seconds. So sometimes what I say would reach you a little bit late and need expressing. Exactly. So this is what. Okay, this is all Aisha's answer. Okay, I'm putting up there to show. Very good job by Aisha. Okay, she said yes to me. Then also I put up. Okay, can add illustration. Wonderful, awesome. All right. Okay, so once let's see whether Aisha your answer is the same as what I've got. Okay, like Joshua earlier said to us in the last live, the word how, what, when, very important because it's way. How is it different? Okay, from writing a diary. All right, so these are things that you could underline quickly. If you did not finish the last few questions when the audio starts, don't stress, relax. And as you are listening, especially when you are coming to that question, as you are listening, you can highlight the words. There is no need for you to panic if you don't get to finish all 8 questions. Okay, before the audio starts, you have to train your eyes to look at verbs and nouns and certain details quickly and highlight them. This is skills and strategies for language, right? If you are slow, means you are still developing yourself as listeners. If you are fast, means you have already got that strategy. So don't worry about the how fast you can do. Just do what you are able to do at that time. All right. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we are going to listen to the audio and then you are going to listen for similar keywords and then choose the best answer. Okay, so let me look for my audio. Right, I'll play it and make it loud for everyone. Okay, part 2. Okay.
Part 2. Questions 8 to 15. You will hear a teacher talking about writing a journal. Do any of you keep a journal? A journal is similar to a diary where you reflect upon the events of the day and write them down. Keeping a journal is more fun than a diary because you do not have to write your journal every day. Let me share with you how to write your journal. First and foremost, you must know exactly what you need to write. Before starting, relax and make yourself feel comfortable. There are no rules on writing a journal, as it is all up to you on what you want to write and how you want to write it. You can just narrate an event that has happened. You can also express your thoughts and feelings. Best of all, you can write your journal in the form of poems or even add in some interesting illustrations. Illustrations can speak 1,000 words and they make your journal exciting. Part 2. Question.
Everybody's wondering why I'm quiet. Hold on.
Part 2.
Louder.
Questions 8 to 15. You will hear a teacher talking about writing a journal.
Do any of you keep a journal? A journal is similar to a diary where you reflect upon events of the day and write them down. Keeping a journal is more fun than a diary because you do not have to write your journal every day. Let me share with you how to write your journal. First and foremost, you must know how exactly what you need to write. Before starting, relax and make yourself feel comfortable. There are no rules on writing a journal, as it is all up to you on what you want to write and how you want to write it. You can just narrate an event that has happened. You can also express your thoughts and feelings. Best of all, you can write your journal in the form of poems or even add in some interesting illustrations. Illustrations can speak 1,000 words and they make your journal exciting.
Part 2. Questions 8 to 15. You will hear a teacher talking about writing a journal.
Do any of you keep a journal? A journal is similar to a diary where you reflect upon events of the day and write them down. Keeping a journal is more fun than a diary because you do not have to write your journal every day. Let me share with you how to write your journal. First and foremost, you must know how exactly what you need to write. Before starting, relax and make yourself feel comfortable. There are no rules on writing a journal, as it is all up to you on what you want to write and how you want to write it. You can just narrate an event that has happened. You can also express your thoughts and feelings. Best of all, you can write your journal in the form of poems or even add in some interesting illustrations. Illustrations can speak 1,000 words and they make your journal exciting.
All right. I'm sure that was clearer than the initial one. Okay, so people have given me answers as usual. Your answers are there. Okay, no problem. Okay, Rina, I hope the second set was clearer. All right, I know a lot of people are sharing me the answers. Okay, all right, okay. Rina has given the answer now to be okay. How do you know, for example, number 8 that you have given, right? Like Rina has said is B. I think Aisha also say is B. Diva Neshwari has said is B. Laifa Sumarji says it's B. Everyone seems to say it's B. For number 8, even Nurhan Rifki says it's B. I want to know, what did you hear that makes you think that it is B? And it's not A, it's not C. What did you hear that you are so confident that it is B? Let's wait. What about you, Joshua? Do you think the answer is B?
Yes, doctor, the answer is B because it's quite clearly mentioned you do not need to write every day. Nothing about feelings, not much about feelings, and I didn't hear much about reflection of the day. So I can make a conclusion that diary you need to write every day. You need to write a reflection, but journal do not need to write every day.
See, Cikgu Joshua is a very good student. This is an example. All right. When you ask, this is what a teacher loves. Teacher asks a student, right, Joshua? I'm sure you are happy if your students exactly can say what you said. Right?
True,
You will like, wow, I'm so happy my students get to tell me that is what the teacher wants to say.
Difference.
Teacher, the answer is A or the answer is B because the
Because-
person say this, didn't hear anything about feelings, didn't hear about this one. So okay, good. So Aisha and Nurhan has both given exactly what you said, Joshua. All right, I'll check the answer later. What about number 9? Number 9, we have Sumarji or Lifa saying, is it Aifa or Lifa, whatever, all right, says that it's A. Interestingly, Diva Nishwari says is C, and Aisha says is A. Rina says is A. Nurhan says is A. That's all. So we have a lot of A and one C. So why? If you say A, tell me why is A. If you say is C, tell me why is C. It's good that you explain to us what makes you give us the answer, because we want to help you maybe focus on certain parts of the text that you need to focus on. Because when you give an answer and you don't know why you give the answer, then we worry. So you need to explain why you give that answer. So there are comments. Rina said no need rules. Did they say no need rules? That's me, I confuse my students all the time. They're very confident, and then when I ask them more questions, and then they get confused. I'm so bad. Joshua, do you do things like that? I do that with my students.
Most of the time, doctor.
Most of the time you confuse them.
Just to make them to think.
Yes, the reason most of us do that is because most teachers do that is because we want our students to be very sure of the answer. Because if we can sway you, push you and say, oh, is my answer correct? Means you are not confident. See? Even Aisha say, my teacher also does that. Yes, we like to do that. We want you to be sure of your answer. Okay, so Diva, just now Diva gave the answer. You do want to tell me why you think it's C? All right. Okay. It said clearly. Yeah, okay. Sumarji said clear, there is no rules to write. Write anything what you want means there's no rule. Okay. I like these students. They are giving us, their justification, which teachers love. Teachers love when students give justification like that. Okay, that's your answer. I'm not giving you the answer yet. I don't like to give answers. I want to hear your answers. What about number 10? Okay, let me see from the top. Okay, we have Zumarji saying it's B. Diva says it's C. Aisha says it's B. And then we have Rina saying again as B here. But Nurhan says it's A. So we got A, we got B, we got C, but most of them are choosing B, I think. All right. And then extra point. What do you mean by extra point, Fitri? I'm confused at first. Number 10. Okay. And then Fitri said, I missed the audio. Oh, you missed the audio. It's okay. It's okay. You can replay it later. Nurhan change it to B. If only in the exam, Nurhan can suddenly change. It's good. If you hear the first time, you put something else and then you erase, fine. Okay, so be very sure of your answer. Okay, so let's look at your answers. All right, let's check. Okay, so number 8, all of you were right. Okay, when you said that it did say, all right, the teacher said that keeping a journal is more fun than a diary because you do not have to write your journal every day. So that is why the answer is B. Okay, so all of you who chose B, you got it right. And those of you who have given the reasons why it's B, you are absolutely correct. Good job. Number 9, okay, you can write anything you want. Why can you write anything? It's stated that there are no rules on writing a journal, as it's all up to you on what you want to write and how you want to write it. So you are right when you say that it's stated that you here, this is what Amalis said, write anything you want means there are no rules. Okay, so you are correct. The answer is A. There are no rules. So good job. Those of you who also able to justify why you say this A. And number 10, all right, Aisha shared this answer. To start, A is definitely a no because it doesn't mention after writing poems, okay. And she continued saying, it said, write journal by writing poems, okay. And Norahan say, because it is more exciting, okay. Right, and she correct her. And then Aisha say exciting, typo. Yeah, it's normal when we type, especially when we're online. We make mistakes because we want to write quickly our answers, right? To just show that, teacher, I know why I choose this answer. Okay, so don't worry too much about spelling errors when you are chatting with me at the moment, because I understand time constraint and you're quickly typing. Okay, so in number 10, it says that illustrations can speak 1,000 words and they make your journal exciting. See, synonyms. Here they use the word interesting, but in the text, in the audio, they use the word exciting. So if you know the meaning exciting and interesting, it's synonyms, you'll be able to state that. All right, so that would be why the answer is B. So good job. Those of you who didn't get the correct answer, it's fine. It's don't worry too much, because when you understand now, you'll be able to choose the better answer. I wonder why C is wrong when you need to express your feeling. Because it says that the illustration makes your journal more exciting. So definitely the answer would not be C. Okay, all right, it would not be C. C is wrong. Okay, any questions you want to ask? Anything, Joshua, that you want to add when the students are doing this? There's something that you want to advise the students, because this is a longer narrative.
Doctor, it's very important that they listen to the audio given to them. I think Aisha said the answer is C, is because probably in daily life, prior experience, the experience they have, they draw emojis and whatnot to express feelings, but it's not mentioned. It's not mentioned clearly in the audio. So it's better to leave the prior knowledge out. Listen to the audio given. They want you to listen exactly what is given there. There is nothing wrong with C actually when you need to express your feelings, because some people, they'll put drawings and whatnot to their journal, but it is not mentioned in the audio. So it's better, it's safer. I mean, it's one of the best things to do is listen very carefully and rely completely on the audio and not your prior experience.
You're right, because the audio, the illustration only focuses on making it exciting. Even though they do talk when you write your feelings and all that for writing, okay? But when they talk about illustration, they were talking about making it more exciting. You must be very clear about which one discuss on feelings, which one discuss on making it exciting. All right, so don't just because you hear the word feelings and all that, say, oh yeah, it's I express feelings. Not, you have to be very careful when you are listening to that part, because there will always be two answers, that is this answer or that answer. So you have to be very clear on what the speaker said. All right, okay, B is the best answer. Yes, B is the best answer. Okay, right, that's good. Any questions that you want to ask? You realize that my listening one, I'm doing very short, because it's actually quite simple. Listening is easy if you always practice listening, doing listening tags and doing this. It's quite easy to score actually. It's only sometimes when the answers are too close to one another and you may actually want more than two times of listening, but you don't get that chance. And that's where you need to be intelligent enough to choose which one would be the best. I want everyone to know, even as teachers, Joshua and I, when we listen, we do sometimes have problem. Which was the answer? After 2 times listening, which was the answer? We do have that. We have that problem too. It's not say that teachers don't go through that. We do. And then we say, oh my God, we didn't hear that part. And we make intelligent guesses for 1 or 2 questions. All right. So that happens to everyone. As teachers, I don't expect my students to be perfect, but I expect my students to know how to use skills that they have been taught to you and use it in the exam, because you're under stress, tremendous stress during exam, because you know my parents will get angry with me if I don't score A. What is going to happen in my future if I don't score A? Because that's all in your mind. And I totally get it, but you need to keep yourself in check and be calm, right? Because reading, I don't advise this about reading, because you have the text to reread 1,000 times, but you can't do this in listening. Okay, so different ways of handling things, right? Okay, no questions, then it'll be interesting to know. You don't have reflection. I want to ask these questions. I have the Google form now in my description box for the live. If you miss it in the chat, because if you come in late, you won't see in the chat that we have. And I don't allow chat replay. Chat replay is shut off the moment this is over. I will close the chat replay, so everyone's answers and all that will be protected, except the one that I've put on the screen. Okay, I would love to know if this way that I've taught you is helpful to you, because as teachers, Teacher Joshua and I, we always love feedback from students, because we can only do our job better when we know if what we are teaching and sharing with you helps you, right? On top of the comment, yes, which is on top of the comment or the chat, but I'm also in the description box now, so you can use the Google form link there. All right, I would love feedback from them, because I don't know, maybe in the coming years, I'm going to do a project with wonderful teachers like Teacher Joshua on how we can help students do better in their different skills. Okay, so do you all think this way helps, like the steps, telling you, asking you for the answers help, or it doesn't? Comments, good or bad, are good, are comments that we accept. Oh, Zara say very much. Okay, thank you. Right. Okay. Right. Because students are our this one. Okay. So we have very enjoy. I had fun time. Huh? Okay. You're welcome, Aisha. All right. So if you feel it's beneficial, let your friends know. You can always watch the recording one for the other skills if you missed it. Okay. And please come back at 4. All right, after your solat, Zoho and Asar, your solat Asar. All right, or if your solat Asar is later, then you come in and you will be able to continue listening to the matching. The third one, part 3, is matching. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you for your comments. All right. So we will see how we can do better to help everyone. Okay. So with that, Joshua, we get to go off earlier. It's only 12:35. We can get to enjoy our Sunday lunch. All right. And we'll see all of you at 4. All right. So have a nice weekend. All right. Yes, Joshua.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for conducting this workshop. I think not only students benefit, but also we teachers as well benefit, because we can teach these strategies and put into practice before the exam starts. Thank you very much to all the students who actively participated. It's a motivation for us to be here on Sunday. Sunday is a day where we all want to rest and relax. But because you are participating very well, all your responses were, you responded to all the questions asked. Thank you very much. We will see you back at 4 p.m. Thank you, Doctor.
All right. Thank you, everyone.